morning and welcome back. Mr. Parker here live for today's episode of Homeschool Psychology, the talk show. And we have an awesome episode for you today. We have musical guest SF1, and our special guest today is an awesome guy, Steve Rumsey. And Steve, for a living, jumps out of airplanes for fun. And so I thought, what better topic to cover with Steve today than courage? Because I'm guessing it takes a lot of courage to jump out of an airplane. So our topic today is courage. And what does that mean and why is it important? Courage is a little bit like risk-taking, an episode we had a few weeks ago. Courage is being brave and taking a chance. It's telling ourselves we can do it. It's stepping out of our comfort zone. And it's trying new things. Courage is important in so many things. It takes courage to try and learn a new math problem or how to spell some words. It takes courage to apply to college or apply for a job or do something that you've never done before. So courage is so important, and I'm so happy we have a great show to talk about it. And we're going to bring Steve onto our show right now to talk all about courage. Steve, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Adam.
So I told all of our viewers at home that our topic is courage, and all I said was you jump out of airplanes. So tell us.
That's perfect. That's perfect. So yeah, I've been in the Air Force for about 8 years, and I've done a lot of things in my time in the Air Force so far that has involved courage, but the largest one is probably jumping out of airplanes. Right now, I work for the Air Force parachute team, and I've worked for them while I went to school at the Air Force Academy, and I currently have about 700 skydives, and so it definitely does take a lot of courage to do that for the first time.
So tell us, like, one day you were in school and you're like, I think I want to put a parachute on and fly. Is that how it went?
So I heard about this neat program at the Air Force Academy called Airmanship 490, and it is where your first jump is totally solo, and it's the only place in the world that they train people to go totally solo. And I said, you know what? I want to go outside my comfort zone a little bit. I want to try something new. And so I did just that. And let me tell you, that first jump, it was a little scary, but I got the strength inside me to do it. And 700 jumps later, here I am.
Amazing. Where have you jumped? I mean, are there 700 places to jump from?
So most of my jumps are right here in Colorado. I get to see the mountains every day when I jump, but I have had the great opportunity to travel around the country to different air shows, usually at Air Force bases around the country, as well as college football games. I jumped into an Arizona Bowl in Tucson, Arizona. I jumped into a Kansas City Chiefs football game, and I've jumped in South Korea, actually alongside the South Korean jump team.
Wow. And is it true you got your wife to jump out of an airplane as well?
That is very true. I convinced my wife to do a jump with me, and I actually jumped out alongside her while she did a tandem jump, and I got a great video of her. So it was pretty neat. So let me tell you, she was very scared in the plane, but she got up the courage to go and say, yeah, I want to do this.
I imagine my heart is beating fast right now thinking about all the jumps you've done.
It is it's a great experience, and I say even better experience. What I'm doing now is actually training people to jump and seeing people, you know, where I was 4 years ago, scared to jump out of a plane, and then seeing their faces after they get down from that first jump is pretty gratifying.
I imagine. So let's talk about courage. So it sounds like the first time you jumped, you weren't just like, yeah, this will be really easy, I'm ready. You were nervous.
No, absolutely not. It wasn't. I was scared just like any other person. And I think that's what courage is to me. It's going outside your comfort zone, trying something new, maybe a new skill, or taking a risk that you normally wouldn't take. And that is exactly what skydiving was to me. It was one of those things that I had heard people that did it. I had talked to a lot of people. I did have a lot of training before that first jump, but still in that training, there's nothing like actually jumping out of the plane. So with that first jump, getting up there and looking down from 4,500 feet, I had to really convince myself and get myself inside to say, hey, I can do this and I'm going to be just fine. I have all the training, and I did. And it was a very, very gratifying experience.
So with courage, having the training, having the skills, super important. But it
Mhm.
sounds like you use some self-talk almost.
I did. I absolutely did. And with skydiving and any other hard thing that I've done while I've been in the military and in my life, uh, that's very important. That self-talk, telling myself that, hey, I can do this. Um, it might be difficult. It might not seem like the best idea right now, but after I did it, it was extremely, extremely gratifying and made me grow as a person. So, and I think that's a building block of what kind of courage is. The more courageous things that you do in your life, I believe that you continue to grow as a person, and it's like building blocks onto each other.
I love that. I love that. So with courage, it's stepping out of your comfort zone. And what about if we make a mistake? And let's not think on a huge level of jumping out of an airplane, but on
Hmm.
the way there, making mistakes. What happens then?
So I think mistakes are going to happen, right? None of us are perfect, and I think the courage in making mistakes is admitting to those mistakes. I've made plenty of mistakes in my short military career so far, and the number one thing that people want to see and that has made me a better person is admitting to those mistakes and learning from those mistakes.
So when we make a mistake, we don't get discouraged. We don't give up. We say, whatever, I made a mistake. I'll probably make more, but I'm going to keep learning from
Absolutely, absolutely. Those mistakes are going to happen, and I mean, going back to skydiving, my first jump might not have been perfect, but count that up as a learning lesson. And one jump after another, it got better and better,
it.
just
Right?
like many other things in life.
So on number 701, you might be a little closer to perfect.
I might be a little closer. We're always working towards it. Yes, sir.
So Steve, you've talked about courage. You've talked about what you do. Do you have any advice for our viewers at home? A lot of us are kids out here watching. We're probably not jumping out of planes yet. But what
Hmm.
can we do? Like maybe we're learning something new and we're nervous, or we go to meet new friends or go to a new school. Like how do we build up that courage?
Well, Adam, I would say the first thing is try new things, even when it's scary. It could be something as small as raising your hand in class or getting up in front of class to talk, right? With every time that we overcome that courage and we say, hey, I'm going to do this, um, we grow from it and we get a little more courage for the next time, right? I think it's really important to have confidence in yourself. It takes a lot of confidence to overcome courage. Sometimes um, courage doesn't look like jumping out of a plane, like you're saying. It may look like standing up for a friend under peer pressure, right? And things like that are very, very hard to do. It doesn't matter how old you are, very hard to do. Um, but with that, if you just have confidence in yourself and give yourself a little self-talk like I did on that first jump, tell yourself, hey, this is a learning experience. Everyone might not agree with this, but I'm going to follow my gut and follow my values. And I think that's very important.
Perfect. Love that advice. That's awesome. Thank you so much. I personally will not be jumping out of any airplanes anytime soon, but we are going to scroll one of your videos of you doing some jumps here. And
That
so,
would be wonderful.
we'll put some information. Can people get a hold of you? Do you do demos somewhere, or how does it work?
So currently, under the circumstances, there aren't very many demos going around because obviously that brings a large gathering. But if people want to see people jumping out of planes, they can follow the Wings of Blue, the Air Force parachute team, on any social media account or even look them up online. And you can see videos. And absolutely, we'll get a video up or two of me jumping and maybe even something in the first person, so people can kind of get what it feels like.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, Steve, thank you so much for being here.
Yes, sir. Absolutely, Adam. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course, and I'm sure we'll talk to you soon, and we'll look up and we'll wave to you up there, okay?
Sounds great, Adam.
All right, Steve, have a good one.
You as well, Adam. Bye-bye.
Wow. Steve, jumping out of planes, showing courage all the time. Absolutely, absolutely awesome. I don't know if that got you excited to maybe go on a roller coaster or go bungee jumping or something, but I'm nervous. I'm like sweating from just listening to him talk. So thank you, Steve, for being on our show. Our next segment is a couple friends who definitely won't be jumping out of planes anytime soon, but are showing courage by getting out there and giving us the weather. Teddy, Pocky, what do you got for us?
It's nice. It's fall. Pocky? I like pumpkins.
Great. All right. Next, we're going on to our kids segment. Love this segment. And today we have Landon kicking a soccer ball. And let's see what you got.
Hey, Mr. Parker. This is what I do to take care of myself. Now back to you.
Super cool. Nice job. Coming up next is our musical guest. From Colorado, we have SF1 performing a song and talking a little bit about courage.
Hey, I'm SF1. This week's topic is courage. Should you come up against something you may be fearful of, reach deep inside and pump that courage. Challenge the person, thing, or situation, whatever it is that may be causing you to experience fear, all right? Just know that you have the knowledge, the strength, and most importantly, the courage to handle it all. All right? Yeah. Courage, courage. I've got courage, courage. You've got courage, courage. We've got courage, courage. Now let me see your courage. Let me see your courage. Show off your courage. Let me see your courage. Go. COURAGE, look at you killing the game with your bravery, staring fear in the face. Ooh, the audacity, you're a brave soul and can do anything factually. Flesh your courage, my soul, my soul, my soul. Put it all together like a puzzle, puzzle. Bring it all in like a huddle, huddle. Soar to the top like a bubble, bubble. Sometimes if you feel afraid, it's okay, let your courage shine. In the night or in the day, stay confident. When you enter the unknown, stay dominant. You have the control, never fraudulent. Too real, you are the deal. Laugh in the face of challenges, no matter how tough it gets. Battle all the negatives and turn it to the positive. And speak how you feel, even if it's the opposite. Inhale, exhale, now prevail. Takes guts, but guess what? You're enough. Inhale, exhale, now prevail. Takes guts, but guess what? You're enough. Said courage, courage. I've got courage, courage. You got courage, courage. We've got courage, courage. Now let me see your courage. Let me see your courage. Show off your courage. Show the words of courage. Hey, let me see your courage.
That was great. Thanks for those words and that song. So that's it. That's our whole show. It's on courage. It's about being brave. It's about using self-talk. It's about stepping out of your comfort zone and just trying things. Maybe they're hard, maybe they're new, maybe they're different, but always at the end, we'll have learned, we'll have grown, and I bet we'll have had a good time trying. So until next time, practice courage, practice being brave. Don't jump out of any airplanes without trained professionals, please. Otherwise, see ya. Bye!